YouTube? How y'all doing out there? As y'all guys can see in the title, welcome to the Restone process, episode 2. I know this episode took a while for me to get it up, but you guys know, just be busy with life, man. Plus, I'm currently working on 2 other Restone projects right now. Operation Universal Title is underway. I do apologize for people that have been anticipating this video and wanting to see this video. I just want to say real quick, I thank everybody who responded and left their comments and inboxed me and everything on the first video. I really appreciate that from you guys. So let's go ahead and get into part 2. First, I want to start off real quick with some tough love for you guys. Some of you guys may like what I'm going to say. Some of you guys may not like what I'm going to say, but I did have to kind of analyze this and just put this out here for you guys. These videos that I do make, like I said before, it's not something that I'm going to just hold your hand and walk through. I just kind of try to give you guys some tips for people that are trying to get started, and also give you guys some tips for people who are looking to get their belt restoned. You guys can watch these videos, as many times as you want and things of that nature, and also as well, I can give you guys every single detail of my process. And the thing is, I can put 10 of you guys in a room, and I guarantee you that all 10 of you guys will not succeed at this, because you probably will have about 5 of you guys, that this is not the fact that you can't do it, it's the thing that you don't have time. You have life, you have kids, and you just don't have time. You rather send it out to somebody else to be done versus trying to do it yourself. And that's no knock or nothing like that. You just have other things that are way more important than trying to restone a belt. It's just simple as that. That leaves me with 5 guys, which you'll probably have 2 fall off just for the fact of they might just get frustrated with it and just be like, you know what, I'm going to probably do this one belt and then I'm done with it. Now you got 3 guys left. I'll say you have 2 that may actually really do it, but maybe kind of keep it to themselves and kind of just, maybe do certain people's belts. You'll probably have 1 that's left that will probably go off to maybe start their own Restone service or something like that. That's just my analytics of it. It's not any discouragement, but it's just giving you guys the numbers. The reason I say research all the time, is simply because what may work for me may not work for you. It goes so far as with stone sizes, the things and tools that you may use, and the list goes on and on and on. To me, every restoner has their different way of doing certain things. That's one reason why I throw around that word. You'll probably hear it in every single video that I do, and that's the word research. I use the network logo again as an example. When I first started doing that one around the borders, I was using size 8 stones. Why? Simply because they just look better to me. And people seen it and they want it. It's a few of them floating around out there that some people, they just loved it, and that's what they wanted on their belt. A lot of people use 6 millimeter stones that goes around there, but I use 6 millimeters now, but before, when I started, I was using 8. And, that just would look good at the time. So like I said, I liked it. Some people didn't like it, so they came up with their own thing and whatnot, or whatever size it was that they're using, and that's what they use in their belt. That's why I say, do your research. Do your research and test it out, try it out, and see what works for you, because your idea may be better than mine's. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it really, you may be able to help me or help somebody else or something like that. So that's why I say do your research. That way you know what it is that you're doing. People ask me what type of tools I use. But if you plan on drilling, you will need a drill, whether that's a hand drill or golly, I just lost my train of thought. Or a drill press, sorry. Or if you need a drill press, you will bits. You will need glue. The glue that I personally use is E6000. Things you can buy at Walmart or, Target, whatever the case may be, wherever it is you shop that. And of course, you will need stones. Me, I personally use a blow dryer. Some people ask, why do I use the blow dryer? The blow dryer for when I'm actually done with restoning a belt, I take the blow dryer and I go through the whole belt to try to make the glue dry just a little bit faster. So far as with stone removers, there are plenty of them you can use to get the stones out. You can go to Walmart, go in a hardware store, and they have plenty of them you can use. But once again, find what works for you. I went through quite a few stone removers till I found the correct one that works for me. And I don't even think it's actually a stone remover. It's more of a like little screwdriver thing that I use. And also as well, you will need a screwdriver. Of course, you need the screwdriver to get the, to take the screws off the back of the, to take the plates off the strap. So, flathead screwdriver will be good. We'll need a mallet, not a big old ass mallet, because that's the mistake that I made. I went and I bought a real big, huge mallet that looks like a hammer. You know what I'm saying? Just get you a little small mallet and you can use that, and that should be able to get the stones out. As far as with the drill, you guys, like I said, I personally use a hand drill, and that's what I'm comfortable with using. You can't get a drill press. I have heard those things are easier to use. I know they're more costly than a hand drill, but like I said, again, what works for you. Hand drill works better for me. I'm more of a hands-on person, so I like to keep my hands on shit as I'm working. So that's why I use that. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go into 3 questions that I get asked quite a bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and answer these questions here in this segment. Why don't I use cubic zirconians? Hopefully I can answer this question once and for all. When I first started this thing, I was going to use cubic zirconians, but I took the Swarovski route and I use those. I do have a particular customer that likes Swarovski crystals better than he does cubic. Started to get a little popular. That's when I backed from the cubic thing, and I was like, no, I wasn't going to do it because I didn't want other restoners or anybody else saying that I was copying their style or taking anything from them. So that's why I didn't do it. I plan on getting into it sometime this year. It depends. I'm still not sure. The Swarovskis that I use, I like them. People like them. Those are the things that they want, but most people, that's what they say, is that they want the Swarovski crystals in it. So that's why I use those. There isn't a right or wrong way. You know what I'm saying? With that, you can go. More people use cubics because it's more of the ring accuracy thing that they want on the belt, and Swarovskis pretty much just give you the real whole big bling bling thing. So again, it depends on what it is that you want. Where can you get a restone done? Various guys around in belt groups, and also myself, where you can go to get a restone done if you don't want to do it yourself. It's quite a few guys out here, man, really good guys. Well, I haven't really met any guys that are douchebags or anything like that so far as with restoning. Most of the guys I know that are out that are doing it, they do great work, as well as good customer service, things of that nature, things that you're looking for. They're very trustworthy of doing a great job on your belt. Like I said, again, it's one of those things where you have to do your research, find who you're comfortable with, and send it to whoever it is that you want. A lot of people want to know too, as much as how much do they cost. Varying, I'm going to say anywhere between 300 to maybe about 8. Again, that's dealing with who you go to. And that's also depending on what belt it is that you're looking to get done. Guys heard me say 800, and you want to know, well, where the hell does this $800 come from? Probably if you're trying to get a spinner done. Again, depending on who you go to. You know what I'm saying? To get a spinner. That means to get every single stone switched out. You guys got to understand there's 2,500 stones that are in that spinner. So, and then if you have to do them tiny little bitty motherfuckers, them motherfuckers are a headache. Like I said, it's just a lot of stones that go into that belt. So that's probably more on the high end. And my final question that I get asked quite a bit is, can you get a belt restoned after it has been re-leathered? Again, depending on who you go to, if they're comfortable with doing it. Me personally, I can do it. I've done quite a few belts that have been re-leathered, and I have restoned them successfully. It's probably better to get the belt restoned first, then get it re-leathered. That's just, but it's not a rule that you can't. You see these comments a lot, people are asking this, and then, people come back and tell them that, you have to get the belt restoned first. It's not a rule, man. It's not a rule. It's not set in fucking stone that that you have to go that way. Like this just, and I'm sorry if I'm getting a little. That's just one of the things that really, it just irritates me when I see that. So that's just why I'm saying it that way. Fact of the matter is, no, you can, whichever way you decide it is that you want to go, you can. Like I said, it's just depending on who it is that you send it to. And it's not the fact that other guys that they can't do it. It's just the fact that they may not feel comfortable with doing it. I do want to give a shout out and thanks to my boy Todd and also P. Smitty. Those guys really challenged me with that. You know what I'm saying? And those are two of the first belts that I restoned that were re-leathered. And those guys had faith in me to get it done. So I wasn't going to let those guys down. So, and I don't think that I did. It can be done. So, just for you guys who are wondering that, like I said, have knowledge and know who you can go to get it done, and and be able to trust in them to get it done. That's gonna bring this episode to an end. Y'all guys stay tuned for episode 3. I'm gonna try to keep this going for, I did say it was gonna be a mini series, but I'm gonna try to keep it going as long as I can, depending on if I keep coming up with subjects to talk about. And it's also gonna be on you guys as well too, depending on the comments I get from it and the questions I get. I'll continue to make the videos. We'll try not to make it such a long time. I know it was a 2-week time frame. Well, you know what? I take that back. I probably won't do episode 3, maybe not next. For sure, it won't be coming up next weekend. The next weekend is the Royal Rumble, so I will be getting prepared for that. I'll probably come back the week after or sometime, because I know I get some inbox messages asking me, when I'm going to do the next one, when I'm going to do the next one. And I try not to be, I'm not being rude to you guys or anything like that. It's just that, pretty much when I get the time, you know what I'm saying? So, but it will not be one next week because I will be down at the Alamo Dome. So, it won't be next week. Episode 3 has already got one thing that I will talk about, and I will talk about what belt is the toughest for myself to restone and that I don't like. Some people already know the answer to it, but for those that don't, stay tuned for episode 3. So it is your boy ATH the Great, man, and I'm out. Peace. You got 10 seconds. Do something within the 10 seconds.